Okay, hi everybody. I'm just filming a quick video here to introduce the latest piece of health and safety protocol that we're going to be implementing here. It's called the Safety Documentation Binder. So anytime you guys are starting a new project, you will be issued one of these. And they'll all look the same. That they're going to be identified on the front with the job number and job name, and on the binder spine with the job number and name. This one's 2 inches, but they may vary in size depending on the scope of the job and how busy they might be. So the first thing, when you open it, there's always going to be this envelope here with the safety board documents. And so I'm going to put that aside for now. But I'll come back to it later to show you everything that's in there. But this is going to be the standard layout for each binder. So section 1 is going to have the health and safety orientation. Section 2, we're going to have our health and safety manual or our health and safety management system. Section 3 is going to be left blank for you guys to put any memos and flash reports that I send out. Section 4 is going to be our SDS library. Section 5 is reserved for subcontractor Form 1000s. Section 6 is going to be the job hazard analysis or risk assessment. Section 7 will contain any supplementary plans like rescue plans, fall protection plans, or confined space management plans. Section 8 is going to have your site-specific safety plan or environmental plan, if applicable. Section 9 is where I put the locates and permits and stuff like that. And section 10 is left blank for you guys. The idea with these binders, guys, is that I want all the safety documentation to be filed in here so that at the end of the job, you can return this binder to me and all the paperwork's there. I can just scan it, put it on the SharePoint, and then we know it's there. It's a one-stop shop, place for you guys to keep everything. So the site-specific orientation, if we flip to tab 1 here, it's very simple. The idea is that when somebody shows up to the site for the first time, you guys will have them just review this information, sit down and just read through it, take about 5 minutes, and then print their name, their company, the signature, and the date. Everybody on site needs to be orientated. Visitors, contractors, owners, it doesn't matter, okay? So tab 2 is our health and safety manual. You'll notice it's only 1 page. So we've done away with the wasteful paper manual, and I've got the table of contents here, and I've got a link and a QR code. So you can type that into your browser, or you can scan that with your phone, and you'll be brought right to the electronic version of our manual. Tab 3 is empty right now. That's where we'd put our memos and flash reports. Tab 4 is our safety data sheet library. So I've put together the 200 most commonly used SDSs, and they're listed here. And they can be accessed by, again, navigating to this link or scanning this QR code. So with that being said, if a subcontractor is bringing some specialty items on site or some specialty hazardous products that aren't on our list, you guys as supervisors are responsible for maintaining those in hard copy. So you would print them out and just file them in behind this library. That way we have them on site, right? Section 5, that's where our subcontractor Form 1000s would go, but I don't have those printed out yet. So section 6 here is where we'll put our project risk assessment or our job hazard analyses. You can see I've got them all printed out here for this particular project. Tab 7, that's where we put our supplementary plans. So I'm sure I'm going to have to develop a fall rescue plan and a few other plans for this job. So when they are completed, I'll give them to Tyler, who's the supervisor for this job, and ask him to file them accordingly in this section 7. So tab 8 is where our site-specific safety plan will go. And obviously not every job is going to have a site-specific safety plan. And then following the safety plan is the site-specific environmental plan, which again is something that may not always be on every site. So tab 9 here is where our locates and other go, but it seems like I put it in the wrong tab, so it's in tab 10. But nevertheless, so this is where you guys can keep all your locates and everything, keep them all in one place. So that's just a really brief introduction on these safety binders and what I'm shooting for. So like I said, every job is going to be issued one of these at the start of the job. So I'll move on and show you the safety board documents. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is the new standard safety board. If your project has any safety board other than this one, please let me know so we can swap it out for one of these new ones. We want consistency here. So you can see here that it's a 5x3 grid. So we've got space for the notice of project or Form 1. This is where we'd put the notice of project, or we'd put the Finway Form 1000 if it's set up on a job where we're not the general contractor. This is where we'll put our current health and safety policy, our current workplace violence and harassment policy, our list of joint health and safety committee members, or a poster identifying the worker rep, our designated first aider. Down here, we've got our prevention starts here, provincial poster. Here's our zero tolerance rules. This is where we'll put our constructor and Ministry of Labor contact info. Here's our WSIB Form 82. This is our emergency response plan. This is where our emergency numbers and map to the hospital are gonna go. And then we've got these clipboards down here for you guys to put your completed safety inspections and completed meeting minutes. So you put all your toolbox talks on there and your site safety inspections. And once the clipboards get full, you can take some out and file them somewhere else, maybe in the safety binder or wherever you need to. And then there's a clipboard here for Ministry of Labor inspections. And then finally we have a poster from the government highlighting the minimum employment standards for Ontario. So if we come back over to the envelope that you'll find in the safety documentation binder, it should come as no surprise that we're going to find a copy of the notice of project, a copy of our most recent health and safety policy, our violence and harassment policy. Here's a poster for you to identify your worker health and safety rep. Here's the designated first aider certificate, emergency response plan. Here's the constructor and MOL contact information. And finally, a map to the hospital and emergency contact numbers. So all you guys have to do is put these in the appropriate spot on the safety board and hang it up. Okay, well, the one thing that I forgot to bring in here is that every time I put up one of these safety boards, there's going to be a copy of the Green Book and a copy of the first aid regulations hanging from a chain that we'll have mounted to the top left-hand corner here. So it's going to be your one-stop shop on site. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you.